And our game for the next game for our New Year's special is Jeopardy for the Nintendo Wii U. And you folks, we all know how to play Jeopardy. Alex Trebek provides the answers, and we have to come up with the questions. So here we go. This is Jeopardy!
Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and
classic show,
gentlemen.
Jeopardy. Now it's
welcome.
32nd
Let's take you right
season
now into the
syndication.
Jeopardy round.
Let's take a look at the categories for the Jeopardy round to start
Those are
off
worth
our
200 to
2016 year,
$1,000
shall we?
in these categories. E for
E
effort.
for effort. E in quotation marks.
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
Easter.
Easter.
Out of this
Out
world.
of this world.
Tennis.
Tennis. And finally,
And famous
famous pairs.
Player 1, start it.
I'll begin with Easter for 200.
1916's Easter Rebellion against British rule was centered in this capital city. It's player 1.
What is Dublin?
Yes.
Alright.
You get to
Famous
pick
pairs,
again,
200.
player 1. In business, done and blank. Player 3?
Dwight? Nope.
Anyone else? Okay, player 1.
What is Jeffries?
No.
Nope.
Anyone else?
I was left with a 50-50 option and I chose the wrong one.
Let's hear it, player 2.
Bradstreet.
Right, you
That's
are.
what we needed.
Where do we begin, player 2?
Famous pairs for 400.
In the world of classic TV game shows, blank and Todman.
What is Goodson?
Let's hear it, player 1. Yes.
Creators of many popular game shows like The Price
of
is
clues,
Right,
a lot of
Family Feud,
categories,
Match Game,
player 1.
etc.
Make a selection.
Tennis for 200.
The ladies' singles trophy for this event is a sterling silver tray called the Rosewater Dish. Here's the correct response. Wimbledon.
Wimbledon.
You get to pick again, player
How
1.
about E for effort 200?
It's the distance within which a sound can be heard.
What is earshot?
It's player 1. That's right, way to go.
E for effort for 400.
We return. One of Sinbad's voyages took him to this graveyard long sought by big game hunters and Tarzan movie villains. It's player 1.
What is Elephant's Graveyard?
Correct. We return to you,
E for
player
effort
1.
600.
The CFL's Eskimos call this city home.
What is Edmonton?
Okay, player 1. That's correct.
E for effort 800.
Selecting it. The last Tudor monarch to rule England. Yes, player 3.
Who is Elizabeth I? Yes.
On the plus side again.
Alright.
Player 3, start us.
Out of this world 200.
The gravitational pull of this object is the main force holding the solar system together. Let's hear it, player 1.
What is the sun?
Yes.
Out of this world for 400.
Player 1, Galileo was the first person to see the rings around this planet.
What is Saturn?
Player 1. Good.
Out of this world 600.
You again, not the first, but this second planet is the hottest because its atmosphere causes a severe greenhouse effect.
What is Venus?
Player 1? Yes.
Out of this world 800.
You again. The comet named for him was last seen in the skies in 1986 and won't return until 2061. Let's hear it, Player 1.
Who is Edmund Halley?
Good.
Or Haley, however you say that. Out of this world for 1,000.
You again, Player 1. Like Pluto, Haumea and Makemake are designated as this kind of planet.
What is a dwarf planet?
Player 1? Right you are.
Alright, well done for me in that category. E
Player
for
one.
effort 1,000.
Peter Schaffer's 1975 Tony Award-winning play. Here's what we were looking for. Equus.
Equus. Alright.
Please pick again, Player 1.
Famous pairs for 600.
On the ice rink. Blank and Dean. Okay, Player 2.
Who is Torville? And player 2 is now in second place.
Player 2. Where do we start?
Famous pairs 800.
In medieval legend, Tristan and Blank. It's Player 2.
Who is Isolde? Up to 1600. Go again.
Player 2. Choose again. In literature and on British TV, Jeeves and Blank. Player 1?
Who is Wooster?
Yes. Player 1?
Tennis
Where
for
do we
400.
start? It's the ITF Team Championship for men. Let's hear it, Player 1.
What is the Davis Cup?
Right you are.
I was going to say Ryder Cup, but that's golf.
Player 1.
Tennis for
You pick
600.
again, and I'll hand it off to Kelly.
To hit one of these mid-air return strokes, punch at the ball, keeping the racket in front of your body and the racket face perpendicular to the court.
Player 2.
What is a volley? Yep.
Player 2. Make a selection,
Tennis
please,
800.
as we continue. This feisty American's 1984 winning percentage of .965 is the best in the ATP Tour's modern era. Yes, Player 3.
Who's Andre Agassi? That is not right.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Okay, Player 1.
Who is McEnroe?
Good for you.
Yes. This time I chose the right one out of
Player
50-50.
1.
Tennis
Where do we
1,000.
start? In 2007, Switzerland issued its first stamp of a living person. A 1 franc stamp depicting this tennis player. Let's hear it, Player
Who
1.
is Roger Federer?
Good. Select again.
Easter for 400.
These fundraising stamps for disabled children were first issued in 1934. Let's hear it, Player 1.
What are Easter seals?
That's correct.
Yes. Easter for 600.
Player 1. And I'll hand it off to Sarah.
Named for when it was first visited, Easter Island, with its giant stone statues, is a territory of this country.
Yes, Player 2.
What is Chile?
You got it.
Yep.
Where do we begin, Player 2?
Shakespeare 200.
This title queen uses an asp, a poor venomous fool, to kill herself. Let's hear it, Player 1.
Who is Cleopatra?
Right.
Shakespeare for 400.
Okay, let's get this moneylender asks, hates any man the thing he would not kill? Here's what we wanted. Shylock.
Shylock, okay. Let's go with Easter 300.
This Hollywood landmark began observing its famous Easter sunrise service in 1921. It's player 2.
What is the Hollywood Bowl?
Right you are.
Yep.
A lot of clues, a lot of categories.
Easter for 1,000.
This location's first Easter egg roll was on April 22nd, 1878.
Well, we know where the Daily Double is. Player 3.
It's player 3.
What is the White House?
Good for you.
Yes.
Hey, you're on the plus
That's
side.
the location.
Player 3, make a selection, please.
Shakespeare for 600.
He uses the word assassination for what he plans to do to Duncan. Here's the correct response. Macbeth.
Macbeth.
Player 3, choose again.
Shakespeare 800. Answer there, the Daily Double.
Answer.
And you can risk up to 1,000.
Player 3, you are currently
Going for
in last.
550.
So what's your wager?
Here's the clue.
Your clue. Women in this king's play include Catherine, wife to the king, later divorced, and Anne, maid of honor, later queen.
Who's Richard III? No.
That we're talking about Henry VIII.
Henry VIII was who we needed.
And
All right, last clue coming up.
$1,000. Characters in this play include the charming Rosalind and the sardonic Jaques. The correct response is As You Like It.
As You Like It. All right. Player 3 in third place at the end of this round, so she'll go first in Double Jeopardy. We'll have that round ready for you after this.